Alright guys, I want to give you a little update. So, out here on some public land in Kentucky that I'm thinking about hunting for turkey slash deer, definitely for deer. And we're doing some preliminary scouting while the underbrush is still down from the winter and just get an idea of the landscape. So it's Dad and I's first time out here trying to get a game plan for deer season and just trying to mark it up and start do a little first scout. So we're gonna hike here today and we'll keep you updated and show you what we're finding. Well folks, just found our first really good deer trail. You can see it all going through there where Dad's walking. Right on the border of some private here. You can see there's the yellow marker, but first really good sign of some deer stuff, so we're gonna walk it and keep going. Dad, did you hear that?
What?
That was a turkey gobbling.
I don't know. Coyote?
It's got some longer hair, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks like
Coyote, maybe.
yeah. Looks like it's
Look at the teeth.
Oh yeah, it's got canine teeth, yeah. Oh wow, look at those little things.
Coyote.
So guys, we're walking this field and it kind of comes to a point up here where I think there's a pond, at least on the map, but this is really thick and we're thinking all the deer are bedding right in here maybe. It's super thick and you see a bunch of deer trails, and this is all private land right here where we found that trail all the way over there that comes onto the public. So we're giving it a look and we're gonna see what else we can find, but we're gonna walk the edge of this and get an idea of what it's like out here and keep figuring it out. But so far so good. I think we're figuring out some good areas, getting stuff mapped out, understanding the new public land for deer season. So we'll see what else we find in here. I just marked the location. Looks like a good stand location over there. Man, that is a serious pond. Check this out.
I mean, look at this
All
shot
these
here.
daffodils. There's that mallard flying back in the pond. Coming over. This is crazy. Look at all these flowers. Oh my Lanta, look at this.
It's tunnel over there.
Look at them all.
I don't know how we
For
got it.
days. We're trying to figure out how to get to the edge over there near the private just to see what it's like, but wow, that's insane. Spooked our first couple of deer here. You couldn't tell what they were, but they bedded right in there like we thought. And I just checked this field out, this private field. It's a massive crop field. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk this edge here and just see if we can find any good serious deer trail, because we're thinking they probably bed in there and go eat in there. So we're gonna see if we can find one real quick and walk this whole edge line. But good sign, finally saw some deer and kind of right where we thought, be bedding right in there. So we'll see what happens. So we've been walking for a bit and we finally got into the hardwoods from that field, and we actually, as you can tell, I mean, it completely drops way down there. So it looks like these deer run this edge here and stay off the main opening up there. We've been following this deer trail all the way through here right along. So it looks like a good spot to maybe set up a stand and have your wind going down there, but we're gonna scout that another day. I might come back tomorrow morning and scout this area, but getting it all mapped out. It's really cool. Back out today. This is day 2 of my scouting mission here at this big piece of public here in Kentucky. Still ways away from deer season, but trying to get ahead before it gets all filled up with, gets really hot and gets all filled up with the greenery and brush for summer and all that good stuff. So I'm hitting this other side of the public that we didn't get to yesterday, and I'm gonna see. This looks like it's gonna be a lot more hardwoods and less fields and stuff, and see what I find and see if I can find some good maybe oak trees or stuff the deer might be hitting once season comes around. But we'll see what happens. But another good day to get boots on the ground. Beautiful day, and I'll keep you guys updated and show you what I find. Hopefully I find a bunch of more stuff today, maybe some more spots to mark. Just trying to figure out how I can get away from the other public land hunters here that are gonna hunt here when deer season comes in. So, pretty excited to try that out this year here in Kentucky. So, we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. There's our first set of good deer tracks right into the hardwoods. Well, guys, I looked up. I saw this. Wow, look how old that's. Hang on, stay this. Who knows how long that's been there, but you can see it looks over this ridge. Both ridges, you can probably shoot really far with a rifle. Most likely, it's gotta be a rifle. I haven't found a deer trail yet, but we'll see. Maybe that's a good sign. I'm definitely gonna mark it maybe, and just in case it's worth something. Let's see. Guys, I'm getting pretty good ways in here now. And I just want to give you an update. So, I came in here, and I've already seen a tree stand right off the corner of some private up here that actually like fell down and whatnot. But it looks like there are people hunting this ridge. But I got to this other ridge, cut through the creek down here, and I just found a scrape line. I was up over here, and right over the ridge there, I found an acorn tree, marked that, and I went up a little bit. Found this nice scrape right on this ridge. It opens up to like kind of like a little bowl, not really too deep or anything, but like an open area up there. And all this stuff's really thick, as you can tell. I'm sure there's rubs in here, but I'm gonna look at it here soon. But then I come over and I start following what looks to be a deer trail. I got one scrape, two scrapes, and then look, another one. There's like 3 scrapes right here, and it looks like this deer trail comes right through here. So I'm kind of following it out, but I mean, it looks like some buck scrape line right here. So I'm pretty jacked about that. That's pretty awesome. And it looks like it's an area that people probably wouldn't hike that far, and it's kind of hard to get in here. I mean, you have to hike quite a ways to get in. So this might be a nice spot for a tree stand. So I'm gonna look around and see and mark a tree maybe, but do some more scouting around this ridge. But this is awesome. I mean, you can tell. Look, here's the branch, and look how open it is here. So I don't know if that's guys making that or not, but I haven't seen any other tree stands this deep in here yet, so we'll find out here soon, but we'll keep it going and I'll keep you updated. Now this is cool. It sucks that it's already been eaten up, but I just told you about that scrape line. I'm literally only a few 5 yards from it. And I just found one of these. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Sucks it's been eaten up, but that's some good sign. Oh, there's that squirrel right there. He's probably pissed at me right now. Heck yeah, that's awesome. That's a good sign, man. That gets me really jacked up right now. Oh yeah, awesome. We're gonna see what else we can find. I looked up and I saw that right underneath this tree here. That's so cool. Heck yeah. That means there might be a few more in here in this little clump here somewhere. We'll see if we can find some more. I'm not sure what this is. It looks like a skunk, but it's just the skin of something. That's new. Interesting. Oh, look at those buck tracks. 1, 2. Going right down this little drainage up into this field here. This looks like one of their management fields. It's probably gonna be grass, but it drops off deep over there, and then there's private over there, and it's just this big gully there. That's where I've been scouting, marking all those areas, and all the way over there is where I had those rub lines. So this is a good little trail right here. We'll see what this field is. I don't know what it's going to be like. I assume it's going to be like what we saw yesterday, but we'll find out. But those are 2 really nice big buck tracks. They're wide. You see some more down there, and you can kind of see where they kind of go right up in there. So we'll see what it looks like. Well, guys, this is the field. Just kind of what I thought, except this is like grass. So yesterday we had like, I don't know what you want to call it, like saplings, tree grass, and this is like straight grass. So yeah, this is kind of what I thought, but I bet those deer like bedding in there pretty good. So we'll see. We're gonna walk around it and scout both sides, but as you can kind of tell, it drops straight down over there. So I haven't decided if it's worth hiking down there yet or not. I'm kind of thinking we might just stay up, but we're gonna walk the edge here and just see what we find, and then determine if I should go down there. we've learned about these deer. You'll see there's deer tracks all through here, good ones. You'll see that, I don't know if you can see it, but this trail runs. The field's right there. What we've learned is, yesterday, we walked the couple fields and the trails go right on the edge of the field, like 20 yards inside. So they must be conditioned to know that the hunters look for them in the field. So it looks like they all, it's very, this is the third or fourth one we've seen. And the field's like 40 yards over there. So they definitely seem to like to hug the fields and not go right in the fields, because I guess enough hunters hunt the fields that they know not to go in there. So, you're always learning. It's cool to see what the deer do to survive out on the public land like this, and see how they adapt to pressure. But it's another really good trail. Just marked it, and this is way back in here. You'd have to walk quite a ways to get in here, so this might be a good one to try out. I'm hoping I'll see some scrapes or buck sign in here soon and maybe get me more excited about it, but we'll see what happens. Guys, there they go. There's Spirit. A couple does right out of here, right in this little area. Well, that's cool. Finally saw some deer. Just two right there, and okay guys, thought I'd give you my midday update. I just sat down, it's 11:30. I've been hiking since 8. Gotta just check my tracker on my Onyx. I've like hiked 3.5 miles already, and I'm deep in this public. But I'm right butted up to where we were yesterday, right on the hill here. Oh, well, not right on the hill, up there. And it's been a good day so far. Found a lot of good sign. As you saw, I found that big scrape line and a really good area that I could easily access from the truck. And so I figured I'd stop. I got me some creme brulee, Backpackers Pantry, old freeze-dried food from my trip out west that I'm preparing. And I also found, looks like a possum head, another carcass. Like I said, we're really good at finding carcasses here. So, but I got we got one more section that I'm going to loop around and come back, work my way back to the truck on this ridge here. And then I'm going to call it for a day and we'll see what we find. But so far, definitely found some good areas and feeling pretty good about it. But I'm just taking a little break, getting some water, getting some food since I haven't eaten yet. And then I'll be on my way here in a little bit and we'll go see what else we can find. So stay tuned. We'll see if I find any of the other things. If I don't, I'll give you the update at the truck. Alright guys, so back out. Just came from the creek bottom there. Kind of going up this middle of this big gully here. And, one thing I've learned already is it doesn't seem like the deer ever stay in the river bottom. It seems like there's always trails halfway up these big hills here. And sure enough, this is like a kind of like a saddle or bench or whatever you want to call it here. And I saw this, I was like, all right, let me get up there and see. There's acorns up here, and then here's something. There's a nice buck track, it looks like, and you kind of see it's very faint, but it looks like these deer are running this trail right here. And I think that's the key. I think they seem to not be in the bottoms, and I guess if they're up top, but they're off the fields. But it seems like they're about halfway where they like to kind of transition to all these areas. So, and I guess they can get water where all the drainage comes off of here, because this is where the water usually kind of runs down and feeds into the creek. So, another learning thing, but yeah, figuring it out, marking them up. So I'm gonna follow this out. I'm not gonna worry about that one today. That other side there is something else I'm gonna scout on another day I come back. So. Just thought I'd give you the update and let you know what I'm kind of learned so far on this piece of public. There's some turkeys. There they are. That's cool. There's still some of the redheads. They're not spooked. I'm wearing a black shirt, so I don't know if they think I might be a turkey or not, but they're just walking off. There he goes. What? Well guys, this really sucks, but I just found this thing. Oh, looks like it was a nice buck. Looks like it was a really decent buck. Man, I was just marking this area up, seeing all these oak trees everywhere. Well, it's good to see, but damn. Man, I'm on a roll with deadheads. Man, it looks like it was a really... Oh, there's his point. Decent buck. Heck yeah, one I'll probably shoot here. Oh, man. Well, that's pretty cool, though. Damn, that sucks. But it's a good indication. I just marked a ridge over there with a bunch of oaks and just saw a bunch of turkeys here, and I think they're in here. I'm gonna work this thing back and forth here and just see what else is here. But I think there's a bunch of oak trees, and I think that's why the turkeys and deer are in here. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so I made it back to the truck, and I hiked about 5.5 miles today. This is a lot tougher today, hiking those big ridges. But man, I found a lot of good sign. As you saw, found that deadhead, and unfortunately, right next to that deadhead, I was getting really pumped to put. I was like, this is gonna be a good setup. There's all kinds of acorn trees and everything, and then right on the ridge, I was thinking about putting it. There's a hang-on sitting right there. I guess some public land hunter. He didn't lock the stand, surprisingly, but it looked like an older one. But it seemed like it's pretty recent, this year. So it's kind of a bummer there. I was like, this is a cool nether spot right on this big ridge, and seemed like the deer are in there. But then you saw I found that nice shed as well, and I didn't see any stands in that area. So I'm really excited. That's the area I'm more hopeful about. It's got scrapes and buck sign everywhere, and food. So I'm thinking that's going to be the spot for early season. But it was a great first scouting trip for this weekend. Got 2 good trips out and got a lot of areas marked up, and kind of understanding this piece of public. This piece of public's like 6,000 acres, so it's ginormous. But took a little chunk out of it today. Next weekend, I think I want to do one more trip and scout this other area. Actually, this straight back here. I didn't touch any of this today, and we'll keep checking it out and get it all figured out before season, and maybe put some cameras and stuff out. But thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. That would help me out a lot. And if you like these kind of videos, let me know, and I could definitely do more. This is typical stuff. Early in the year, this is what we do. We scout everything out, try to figure out where the deer are, move stands, all kinds of stuff like that. So, this is kind of the usual time frame for that kind of stuff to happen. So just let me know, and otherwise we'll catch you back soon. Thanks.